اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربي زدني علما. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon everyone. Hope you will be feeling well today, and I also hope that you will be enjoying your life and you will be spending your time on those activities which have some educational value for you, which have spiritual value for you, which have physical value for you. And you will also be thinking about your life, and you'll be thinking about what you are experiencing, you are going through. Because we learn from experience, but we learn more from thinking about those experiences. It is said, the more reflective you are, the more effective you are. So those people are more effective in their lives when they reflect upon their each and every experience of life. So there is a great message for us in this quotation. If we want to be effective in our life, and if we want to be effective in all areas of our life, then we must reflect upon all those areas. So this is how you will become effective. You reflect upon your communication skills, you reflected upon it, and you identify the area for improvement. And then you took a step, a bold step. You joined this class, you started coming to this class. So now you have improved a lot. You are now more effective in your communication. So the same is true about each and every walk of your life. In whatever area of your life you want to be effective, you must start reflecting on that area. So this is how you will become skillful, you will become more productive, you will become more effective. So this is where it is said, the more effective you are, the more reflective you are, the more effective you are. So reflection has such a measure. Reflection has such a great advantage for us. What is self-reflection? Self-reflection is taking time to think about, meditate on, evaluate, and give serious thoughts to your behavior, your thoughts, your attitude, your motivation, and your desire. This is one of the definitions of self-reflection. When you think about your behavior, your feeling, when you think about your attitude, when you think about your motivation, and when you think about your desire, and when you think about your character and your feeling and your behavior. So this thinking is called self-reflection. So do you do self-reflection? If yes, it's good. If not, then you must start reflecting on your lives. You must start reflecting on each and every experience of your life. This is how you will become more effective in your life, and this is how you will learn a lot of things from your different experiences. Self-reflection is like looking into a mirror and describing what you see. So what do you see when you stand in front of a mirror? So what do you see? When we stand in front of a mirror, we see our own image there. Now how do you describe yourself? When you stand in front of a mirror, so you look at your eyes, you look at your hair, you look at your body language, you start liking everything about yourself. It's good that everybody like himself. Everybody considers himself the hero of his life, and everybody considers himself the most competent, the brave, the courageous, the talented, the super talented person. So you start loving yourself, you start feeling in love with yourself when you look into a mirror, and you start describing yourself. So this process is called self-reflection. But this is onward. You are describing, you are only focusing on the onward things, the things which you see with your naked eyes. But real reflection is when you start reflecting on your inner feelings. How do you feel inner? reflect upon that behavior. Why did I behave like that? And whether it was good for me, and can I change that behavior? This is reflection. For example, you meet in the bazaar with somebody, and after some time you thought that I should never have behaved like that. So if you think that I should never behave like that, next time I should behave well. This is reflection. And this is how we correct ourselves. This is how we develop self-awareness and self-consciousness. Another name for self-reflection is reflective consciousness and reflective awareness. These are another psychological names for psychological terms or psychological name for self-reflection. Reflective awareness and reflective consciousness. Sometimes we come across a difficult activity, a difficult task in our lives, or we face a challenge in our day. So, how do you, when you face a challenge in your life? So, how, for example, you face a challenge. So, how did you face the challenge, and what made that challenging for you? What thing made that activity difficult for you, challenging for you? So when you think about it, what made it difficult for me? This is reflection. And how you behaved while performing that activity, this is reflection, how you behaved. And how did you respond during that time? How did you respond to that challenge? This is reflection. So when we start thinking on our life, our daily life, and wherever we find something difficult, first we ask ourselves that what made that thing difficult for me? For example, coming to the class, you didn't come to the class, so why you didn't come to the class? What made it difficult for you? Whether it was raining, whether there was traffic problem, whether you were feeling weak, whether you were ill. So what made it difficult for you? And if you have faced a challenge, for example, you come to the class, there's a challenge now for you. You come to the class. Now how did you feel during this time? How are you feeling? And how did you respond? So these are self-reflective questions. Now if you want to improve our self-reflection skill, so we must ask questions. Through question we can improve the skill, and through question we can gain deeper understanding about our behavior, about our feelings. If you want to know yourself deeply, and you want to get deeper understanding of your feeling, of your emotions, of your attitude, your behavior, then you must start asking questions from yourself. At every stage of the day, you must start asking questions. How I'm feeling now? What should I do next? Why did I perform that activity? Why did I meet that person? What I got from that meeting? Why I am going to this class? What advantages you will get from this class? So when we ask questions from ourselves, this is how we develop deeper understanding about our feeling and about our behavior. And this is how we start correcting ourselves as well. So self-reflection is a way of assessing ourselves, and it is a way of how we work and how we study and how we behave with people and how we perform different things, how we do different things. So when we reflect upon these things, that how I am doing, sometimes I ask you that how was the presentation? I should ask myself, how was my presentation today? After the class, I should ask, how was the session today? How was the class today? I normally ask from you people. But self-reflection is I should ask this question from myself, that how was my class today? What advantage did I get from it? How I was feeling during the class? And whether I come to a class on time, whether I was late, whether I enjoyed the class, whether I was bored in the class. So these are self-reflective questions, and I should ask from myself about these. If I want to gain a deeper understanding of my emotions, my feelings, my behavior, my attitude. So actually, even if you want to identify our values, We must ask questions from ourselves. If we want to know about our values, whether we love people, whether we are loyal to people, whether we want to connect with people, whether we are hardworking people. So if you want to identify our values, we should ask questions from ourselves. Through question we can give answer, and we will, without judgment, whatever answer we get, we should not judge that answer. We should write it down. And this is how we will come to know about the values. Self-reflection has a lot of advantages. As I told you people, it has a lot of benefits. And the one benefit is we shift from just understanding to, from just experiencing to understanding. When you don't reflect, so you just get experience. But when you reflect, you understand why I am going through this experience. This is the beauty of reflection, self-reflection. If you think about your all activities of life, whatever you perform, you think about it. Why did I perform it? Why I am performing it? Why I perform it? So this is you will understand it. Why I am performing, you will understand it. You will get deeper understanding. But if you don't reflect and you only go through the experience, you will only gain the experience. You will not understand. Maybe there are chances you will not understand why you are doing these things. You will come to the class, but you will not know the purpose behind that. You will not know the logic behind that, why you are coming here. But if you reflect upon it, that why I come to the class, so you will understand that why I come to the class. There is serious purpose. I have some serious goals. I am getting serious benefits from this session. So this is the beauty of self-reflection. Another important advantage of self-reflection is it increases as I told you, that awareness and consciousness. It increases awareness and consciousness as well of ourselves. And it enables us to identify area for improvement. And it also shows us our strong areas as well. Self-reflection not only show or identify us the area for improvement, but it also shows us our strong area. So we reflect upon both. We come to know, when we start reflecting, we come to know about both. What is my area for improvement? What is my strong area? We learn about both. Actually, it's a kind of self-awareness. There's advantages. The advantage of self-reflection is self-awareness, self-correction, self-awareness, understanding yourself deeply. So now, as I told you that, the more question you ask from yourself, the more you will understand yourself. And and self-awareness is the key. And self-awareness is important because when we are self-aware, so we can achieve our goals easily, we can live a successful life, and we can get full control of our life when we are self-aware. So through reflection we can get self-awareness. So reflection is a skill, and as we know, every skill we can develop every skill by practicing it. So when we start reflecting on our each and every activity of our life, so we will not only get the experience, but we will also get the understanding, and this is how we will improve ourselves, and we will start spending our time in a logical way, in a good way, and we will not waste our time. Rather, we will get full benefit from each and every moment of our life, and we will start working on improving each and every area of our life. So we will become more productive, more effective. I would like to end with John Dewey quotation. He says that we don't learn from experience, we learn from reflecting upon that experience. It is famous that experience is the best teacher, and we learn from experience, mostly from experiences. But here we learn from self-reflection, because we don't, John Dewey says that we don't learn from experience, we learn from reflecting upon that experience. As I told you that you come to the class, so if you don't reflect upon why you come to the class, so you will just get experience, but you will not understand why you come to the class. But if you start thinking about it, why you come to a class, and you think about it, that I come to a class because I want to polish my communication skills, I want to build my confidence, I want to have refreshment as well, I want to have fun as well. So now you understand the purpose of you coming to this session. So because of your reflection, because of self-reflection, because everybody knows himself very well. So this is the beauty of self-reflection, that we start learning from each and every experience of our life. Hope you find the topic useful for today. And last night I was a little bit confused. Which topic should I choose? Select. There were a couple of topics, so I selected this one. I thought that hope it will be the best choice. Inshallah, in the next week we will discuss the other topics as well. So self-reflection is, I think it is one of the most important skills, and for improvement and for becoming more effective, more productive in our life. So therefore we should start working on self-reflection. We should start asking questions for ourselves, and we should not only ask questions and give reply to ourselves, but we should also start writing these questions. We should this is how we become a good speaker, a good writer. If we